Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to discuss CTE in SQL. So what is the CTE? CTE stands for Common Table Expression. So this stands for Common Table Expressions. It's a very simple concept. Actually, CTE is used to simplify the complex queries, okay. So basically city is a virtual table. Whatever the result set you get, what is mean by result set? Okay, first I would like to discuss that. So I will say select star from cells. Okay, cells. So this is my data. And if we fetch the data, whatever the output we can see is nothing but a result set. This is what our result set. Okay. And what we can do, we can give the temporary name to this result set. That is nothing but a CTE, common table expression. Okay, but how to give the name to this result set? Okay, as another table. So you are supposed to use with keyword. And then I will say it's not necessary to write CTE here, but it's good practice to define like this. So I personally do this. Okay, and I'll say CTE cells. Okay, as, and you are supposed to write the query inside this. Okay, now actually what happens? So we have given a name, we have given, or we are going to store the records, all these records into CTE sales table. The table will not get created anywhere in your database. This table will be exist while execution of query. And this is what not going to give you the result. Even if you see, okay, it will say that there is an error. Okay, why? Because this CTE is not used somewhere. So you are supposed to use. How to use? So again, you can write the statement called select star from, and now you don't need to use the database table. You can use CTE underscore sales table. Okay, during the execution, this is going to work. And this is what my CTE. Now, suppose I would like to filter. I would like to write a complex queries. So CTE is defined before this bracket, and whatever the data we are fetching from this CTE, okay, is started after the square bracket. So whatever I will write is my normal SQL query, and here you can put the filter. You can select the columns as per your wish. So I will say order ID. On next line, I would like to fetch the details of order date. Okay, order date. Then I would like to fetch the details of order. Order is not there. Okay, so ship mode. Then segment is there. So I would like to have a segment in my query or in my output data. Then region is there. Okay, I would like to have this. Then I would like the amount column, that is what sales, and the quantity column. So this is how I fetched details. Okay, this is how I fetched details. If I try to fetch or execute this query, yes, okay, fill the list, quantity, spelling mistake is there. Okay, quantity is not there. Okay, if I try to fetch these records, the same result I will get with the help of CTE, with the help of CTE. Then where is the problem? What is the complexity? Okay. Sometimes suppose if you use the ranking function, window functions on this. Okay. I'm going to create a rank. So I will say row number. Okay. I will say row number. Row number. Okay. This is my function. Over. Over is again, you are supposed to use the clause in with window function over, and I'm going to create a partition based on ship mode region. Okay, so I will say partition by region. I already discussed this in my previous video. What is a window functions? Okay, and then I will sort this data by using order by clause. So order by cells. Okay, so anything you can do. Cells is my amount column. Now if I give the short name to this as a row row number, as a row number. Okay. So this is how I have given the number. If I try to fetch these details with internal query, main query, we are getting row numbers. Fine. Same output I can get with the help of CTE also. I'm not changing anything, same query. But suppose if I would like to apply the filter on this row number, I would like to apply the filter on this row number. I cannot use row number where here in my main query directly on sales table, because this is a virtual table. So virtual column. This is a virtual column. Okay. Okay. So what you can do, you can store this. Okay. You can store this result inside your temporary table called CTE cells. Called CTE cells. So I'm going to give. Okay. So you can see that we have a row number column underscore. I will say number. Okay. Row number. Since this is a function, I will row numbers. I will make it row numbers. Okay. So that it works. Now, row numbers greater than 3000. This is what my condition. This is what my condition. If I try to fetch, if I try to execute this internal query without CTE, it will give me the error for row numbers. It will say unknown column. There is no column called row number, right? That's why CTE, here CTE comes in picture. What we will do, we will fetch this query, we will execute this query and store the result set into a virtual table, which will not be execute. Sorry, which will not be available, which will not be stored on your database as a database object, but still it will be available. Still it will be available while execution of query. Okay, so it is giving me the error. Why? Because we can't do this here, but we can do this on CTE. We can do this on CTE. And if I execute this now, we will get the output. Okay, so I don't have a row numbers greater than 3000. That's why. Okay, let me change this to 100. Obviously, we should have row number greater than 100. And we are getting a result, right? So this is how it works. But earlier, by using window functions, the same query, we won't be able to apply the filter on row number, right? Means the column which we have added by using window functions, that is not possible to put the filter on those columns directly. So there CTE comes in picture. This is the use of CTE. CTE solves your problem. CTE simplifies your subqueries. Subqueries. You do not need to write the queries inside the queries. It will solve your problem. Okay. Or complexity. Subqueries and complexity. Complexity. Complexity of okay. So this should be like this complexity. Okay. So it solves subqueries and complexity issues. This is the use of CTE. In advanced level, we can have multiple cities. We can write multiple cities and we can join them later. Okay. How to write and how to join them. Okay. Suppose I have this much query. Okay. We Okay, multiple, I will say multiple cities, multiple cities. Okay. I have this query. I don't want this. You can do append or whatever the operation you would like to perform. Okay. The same thing I'm going to join on the basis of order ID. Okay. I will use the same query to create two cities and I will show you how we can join. So I will say with CTE1. Okay, with CTE1 as, and this query I'm going to execute from this to this. Once you write this first CTE, you can give the comma and then you can start another CTE2. CTE2. Same query I'm going to execute and then I will join this table. Okay, as I supposed to write as. So what we have now, like this, you can write any number of queries, any number of CTEs. So let me show you. This is my CTE. CTE2 starts from here. CTE1 starts from here. Okay. And now, as a main query, we can join these two result of these two queries. I will say select to star from CTE1. Okay, CTE1. And I will say joins CTE1 joins. What type of join? I will say left join. Okay, left join. Left join CTE2. Simply, I'm showing you how we can perform. You can later on you can customize the column and everything as per your wishes and filter the data. Left join CTE2 on what? So CTE1 okay, CTE1 CTE1, CTE2. Okay, this should like this, right? CT2, CTE and CTE. Okay, CTE1, CTE2. On CTE dot order underscore ID is equal to CTE2 dot order underscore ID. On the basis of this column, it should join my two tables, two CTEs, right? And I have selected, and if I execute this, okay, it says there is something missing. Obviously, there should be. After order ID, I should put this comma. I should put this comma. Okay. Am I just checking syntax? Okay, sometimes it happens. We forgot to add something. Still, it is giving me the error for CT. Let me debug. The issue is on my last column of internal query. I think I should not have this statement. Okay, now it is working. Let me show you how it works, or maybe join operation get fail. Yes. Okay. Join operation is getting failed now because in both the table we have same columns. So I will rename this OD1 OI1, okay, and OD1. I'm just giving these column names. Another column name SM1, then sec1. I'm just simply using alias region 1, cells 1, and QT, sorry, QTY1. Okay. So these are the alias I used. Instead of this, what I will do, I will put alias for second table also, and I will say 2. I will make it 2. Okay, so if we have same columns, if we have same columns in both the queries, in both the queries. So let me see whether this is the internal queries are working first. Yes, this one is working. I'm not missing something in this. Yes, both the queries are working fine. CTE1, CTE2, okay, and let me try this now. CTE1, CTE2, order ID. Yes, everything looks good now. Still, it is giving an error for at line 10. It says with CTE2 as segment. So it is showing me error. I think something is missing. Okay. This gets started. This gets ends here. Right. I like this. I can create. Okay. The problem is that you do not needs to use with statement twice. With statement twice. Because CT you need to write only once with, and you can uh, write multiple CT separated by commas. Still, there is error CT dot order in clause, unknown column. Okay, order ID. Why it is OI1, OI2. Now we have changed the column one, right? So we are supposed to use OI1. Yes, this works for me. OI2, OI1, OI2. So like this, we can perform the join operation on tables, and we will get the same result. Okay, accordingly result, right? So 1111 is showing column name followed by 1 is showing tables from first city. I mean fields from first city. OI2 shows us fields from second city, and though all those fields are joined based on this order ID. Okay, this is how city can be used to simplify your problems. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do not forget to subscribe webcam.